Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host, David Burrows, and this is episode number 46.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Tell me you're ready.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the show. Thanks for taking the time to stop on by. I know schedules are pretty hectic now. The children are back in school, routines change, but I do appreciate you still checking out the show. Also, speaking of checking out, please take the time to visit my website, davidburrows.ws. There's lots of things to do down there, including signing up for my new email newsletter. Sign up for that. I won't share your information with anybody, of course, but I will give you a chance to win some tickets and prizes to special events, as well as possibly hear some special announcements before I actually announce them here on the show. So once again, that's available down at my website, davidburrows.ws. And of course, as always, please subscribe, should be around here somewhere, and share with 5 new friends. Sharing with 5 new friends, getting the word out there will help me get more views and give me the opportunity to bring you more, bigger, and better things here on the show. All right, well, let's talk about what we did over the weekend. And when I say we, I say I actually left the camera at home, and my girlfriend Jennifer and I got out with some friends. A friend of ours, Julie, who works with Johnny Rafili, who was the sponsor of the show that we went to see, the Alan as Tim, a Tim McGraw tribute down at the Imperial Theatre. Came to town, and we had a whole lot of fun. I want to thank Johnny Rafili, the sponsor of the show, and our friend Julie for allowing us to come along as well. We had a lot of fun. Johnny Rafili was a great host, and it was a great show. We had so much fun. I got to tell you the honest truth. By the end of the show, we were all standing up, dancing, and having a great time. Now, the ladies had their reasons for certainly checking out this Tim McGraw tribute act, and an incredible looking alike to Tim McGraw. Well, you get the idea. He had the shirt and the jeans and the belt buckle and all that stuff. But he had the voice and the entertainment go along with it. So, Alan as Tim, you can check out his website, alanastim.com. From the Detroit metro area, he's been doing this act since about 2004 and doing quite well. And we were very privileged to be down there. And not only that, after the show, Alan Scott came out to the front and was signing autographs with anybody. And I got a chance to talk to him very quickly. And he thinks we could probably work something about having him here on the show. So we're looking forward to that as well. So check out Alan Scott. It's alanastim.com doing his tribute to Tim McGraw. And you're going to want to see, there's lots of photos there on the website as well that were taken at the Imperial Theatre. They'll be on the website. And I'm proud to say I got a picture there and we're on the website. So Alan as Tim, thank you so much. We really enjoyed it. And once again, Johnny Rafili, thank you very much for having us down there and being a great host. And Julie, thank you for bringing us along. All right, well, let's move on to what we're going to be talking about. Coming up September the 28th, also down at the Imperial Theatre, we're going to have a very special night down there with local artists, Jim Chevalier, Soul Patch, and Scott Manery and the Barnburners, putting on a performance down at the Imperial Theatre, sponsored in part also by Cheeky Monkey. Now, of course, we've had Jim Chevalier on the show in the past, along with Adam Miner, talking about his project, and we had Scott Manery and the Barnburners on here, so of course, now we've got Soul Patch on here, and they're talking about this 4-piece band. Pretty interesting guys and doing some great, neat things that we're going to be talking about here, and we're going to be showing one of their videos coming up as well. So let's go right down to the interview. We'll do this, a 2-part interview. Pay close attention. They've got lots to say and talk about, and we had a whole lot of fun. So go to the interview, and then I'll be back later with more. All right, here we are in the show, and thanks everybody once again for watching and having a lot of fun talking to a lot of local entertainers. A few months ago, of course, we talked to Jim Chevalier, who's got a performance coming up at the Imperial Theatre, along with Scott Manery and the Barnburners, and also joining that performance, Soul Patch, and that's who we've got right here. And we're going to do the formal introductions, starting with Dwayne Close. How are you, Dwayne?
I'm great.
Dwayne, you've been playing for a while, and we're going to talk about everybody's been playing for a while. Why don't you go around the room here and introduce everybody to the viewers?
All right. I'll introduce it like I'm on stage, because
Yeah.
usually in the middle of the song we get the beat going.
Oh yeah, and there you go.
Right, so on my left, your right, is Dave Doyle. He plays bass with our Soul Patch project, and the far end is Lyle Graham. He's our drummer, drum stuff. Craig Seward, beside him, is our lead guitar player and whatever else.
Noise maker.
Banger. Foot stomper.
Right on. Well, thanks for that, Dwayne. Let's talk about Soul Patch, because you know what genre? We sort of talked off camera. You said this might be a tough question. What genre is Soul Patch?
That's always the toughest one. If anybody wants to jump in on there and fix it up for me, please do. I find it's, I guess, adult rock, but
Okay.
and then where does that take you? I'm not sure.
Some blues thrown in there.
Yeah.
It's bluesy, a little jazzy at times.
Yeah.
Low rock, I guess.
Low rock is
Low
what
rock.
I do.
Okay.
It's not high rock, but it is rock in a way. But we really do mix it up. If you listen to the CDs, you'll see that no two songs really are the same, and some might be really open with acoustic, and then there could be some electric. So
Maybe we could invent a genre for Soul Patch.
low rock, has that been taken?
Low
I
rock,
don't
mixed
think-
genre compilation rock, or something fancy, catchy. I don't know.
That's complicated. I'd never get it the same twice. But
How long has Soul Patch been playing together? You guys?
yeah, well, 2 years.
Yeah.
We've been 2 years. We started out as a three-piece with Dave and Lyle and myself.
Right.
And we were just finding our way through that. And then Craig joined us about a year ago and added some really cool things to that corner of the music. So 2 years overall, from conception to now, with a little change along the way.
Right. All right. Let's go over to who wants to talk next. Let's go down to the drummer. 'Cause
That's good talking.
The drummer doesn't always seem to get, and then we'll get to the bass player. I was saying that not too long ago, bass players don't get a lot of attention in a band, so we'll make sure we give you some attention.
I kind of like it that way.
You like it that way? Lyle, you're drumming. Who have you drummed with before? How long have you been drumming? What's your story here?
I probably started around just out of high school, I'd say,
Right.
and played with a band called The Utensils.
The Utensils.
Yeah,
Even brand?
just a three-piece band.
Oh wow.
We really didn't know what we were doing, but we did it a lot.
You did a lot of not knowing what you were doing.
Yeah, we did that a lot. And then I got into a band called Free Flight,
Okay.
played around, and then after that I played with Dave and Just Us.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
Just
then
Us.
that basically turned into Streets later, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Close, anyways, eh?
Yeah.
And then I played with I don't know,
Rick
Blind
Steves.
Dog Molly, Rick
Yeah.
Steves, Big Papa,
You've been around.
Yeah.
8 Ball Rock.
It's veteran of the-
there's
So
a
bit
lot
of, bit of a
things.
music tramp then,
Lot
right?
of
Is that what
things.
it is?
Yeah, there's a bit of a, there's a
He's a
swear
hog.
word that used to follow my name.
Right.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't say it,
Well,
right?
yeah, I don't do editing.
Kids, eh?
That's right.
They don't want to hear that word.
Thanks, Lyle, for sharing
Yeah,
your story.
no problem.
there. And let's go over to the bass player. Dave,
Oh.
how you doing?
I'm good.
You say you don't like a lot of attention, so does that make you a perfect bass player or a good bass player? Because a lot of bass players don't seem to want the spotlight too much. Is that true?
Yeah, for myself, I just kind of prefer to just lay back and work with my drummer and let everything else just kind of happen around.
Right. How now you guys originally have known each other quite some time from Streets, is that correct?
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too far away from Soul Patch, but let's just talk about Streets for a minute. Do you miss the Streets days?
Some days, I suppose, but
Yeah.
you know, there's a difference between playing cover songs, and you know, certainly people are more familiar with them and they get up and dance, but there's also that part of creating your own thing that I really enjoy.
Yeah, and I understand that, and that's an honest answer because I remember Streets back in the day. And one of the things I remember about that was, I mean, you guys were really famous for doing some Supertramp, right?
Yes.
You were one of the first ones around to be pulling that off. Not an easy task, for sure. So people like myself certainly remember the Streets days and remember what you guys
Streets
come up
was a
with.
great thing. It's two different things. It was great for what it was. You could play some really complicated cover tunes, and you could fill big arenas, and it was really great. But after a while, and I've said this before, having people come up and say that was like the best version of Mustang Sally or
Of
whatever.
somebody else's.
Right.
Yeah.
Just doesn't really give you
Thanks, but
I would rather have, two people come up and say, that Soul Patch song, even just that one,
yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I want to listen to that. I'll take the CD home or something.
Right.
Rather than have 300 people say,
Yeah.
great Supertramp. I mean,
Yeah.
it was great and we enjoyed it. And
Sure,
we
you guys
really,
had a lot of fun.
We
Yeah,
dug
there's
in
no
and we
doubt
had a
about
lot of fun.
Yeah.
They just had to move on from there for
Yeah.
our own musical sanity, I guess.
Yeah.
And we just pared it down and you start all over.
Right.
Like you're starting all over.
Well, and it's a growth thing, you know. It's kind of like
Yeah.
growing up as a person, right? You know, you go through this, and okay,
Yeah.
we're rock stars with somebody else's music.
When
and
we
now
go to
move
jazz,
on to-
we've finally made it. I guess that's not really, that's like the ultimate. You start out with taking care of business, and you end up somewhere with Dave Miles or something.
Right.
There. So yeah, Streets was great, and I don't regret it. It was a lot of fun. We did a reunion thing about a year ago
Yeah.
or so, and Lyle, he came out and drummed with us, and we had a great time.
Good
But now
times.
it's Soul Patch.
That's
Yeah, we got you. Well, and we don't want to forget Craig over here. Let's talk to you. You recently added to Soul Patch.
Yes,
and,
yeah, recently. Yeah, I like playing with him. I like playing. It's fun. It's easy to play with.
Yeah.
The guys are really easy to play with. They're all really good players, so it makes my job a lot easier too.
Right.
Right?
And what's your background? Who have you played with?
Probably. Well, I guess Gypsy Rose is
Yeah.
the band I played with back probably half my life ago. There, when I
Yeah,
was
I remember those days.
young and wild.
I still think I have a
Young
Gypsy
hair.
Rose CD at home.
Yeah, you might have bought it in the bargain bin for a buck.
Value Village.
Yeah, Value Village, yeah. But yeah, it was a good time playing with those guys too. But yeah, and I just played with a lot of bands here and there. But like these guys, mostly covers, and then some bands with originals and stuff like that. But yeah, I landed with these guys, and I really like it. I enjoy it, and got a lot of freedom in the band. It's fun. It works well.
Yeah.
You know, and I've always jammed with Lyle. Like, I've known Lyle for a long time,
Yeah.
so.
It's nice to see I've seen it more and more, getting out and doing some interviews, but there's a lot of interrelationships going on between band members. Like say you guys come back together after many years, maybe there was a break in there, and there's just a lot of relationship, and all the local bands also seem to be, and we'll talk more about this performance coming up at the Imperial Theatre. It's really nice to see three really good, and there's a lot of great out there in this town, but people buying a ticket to go see local talent. Because, I mean, typically, and I talked like this with Jim Chevalier before, that there's, you go to a bar because your favorite band's playing, right? Or maybe somebody's there because that's their favorite bar and you happen to be playing, they go, yeah, that's the band. But people are buying a ticket to go and see you. That has to be much more flattering than being the band that happens to be playing in that person's favorite. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
Oh,
Would you agree with
absolutely.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making a commitment. They're saying, I'm putting a little bit of money. We don't charge a lot. Just
Yeah.
come on out, enjoy the night. Three good bands, and you talk about interrelationship. I'm glad you didn't say interbreeding. Interrelationship. And Jim Chevalier and I played in Levelheads years ago.
Yeah.
Like Dave and I from Street. Like everyone is sort of
Yeah.
Scott Manery's band. We know all those guys.
It's kind of a reunion in itself, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it all came from like one band somewhere. It just separated out into three different things, but I know all those guys really well, and I really enjoyed playing, and sharing the stage with them this time around.
Dave, you look like you were going to say something there.
No, I just got thinking, what is that, 3 degrees of separation or not?
6 degrees of
6 degrees of
separation.
separation,
Yeah,
and
You're
right here.
2 degrees.
Yeah.
Translation: small town, old guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it first right here on the show. Guys, we're going to take a bit of a break here, and when we come back, we want to talk maybe a little more on the personal side, but of course we want to talk more about your music, your writings, and of course the performance coming up at the Imperial Theatre. So we're going to take a quick break, watch this, we've got to pay some bills like everybody else. When we come back, more with Soul Patch.
See, there's someone who's been waiting for you, quietly hoping and praying for your sweet and safe arrival down on earth. Everyone is born with a guardian angel, and on her wings she'll let you soar.
Will I sleep my life like ships pass on the ocean's waves, silent in the night? Sweet the smell of passion, sweet the touch of taste. Alone I wait.
Okay, here we are back on the show, and we're having a lot of fun talking to Soul Patch. And now we want to kind of get more into what they're writing and who's writing and more about the band. So, Dwayne, they're telling me you're the writer around this group. Is that true?
That's the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Good
the
answer.
Writer, producer,
Engineer.
Oh yeah.
Engineering
Well,
extraordinaire.
I think like Lyle said one time, I got a whole hat rack sitting on top of my head. I wear
So
many
does
hats.
that? So do you get paid more than the rest of them?
Yeah.
Hey, not yet.
He's the only one that gets paid.
There you go. All right. Well,
hey,
speaking of,
yeah, who's been hey?
You're right.
I've lost control again, folks. It's okay. Let's talk more about the show. Coming at the Imperial Theatre on Friday, September the 28th. Very exciting to be looking forward to seeing that. But you guys are all original, right? We're not going to hear any covers or not even one.
No.
Right?
No, sometimes we mess around in rehearsal, but we're not brave enough to bring that out. We write originals, and initially I would bring an idea out, and these guys just create around it. So
Right.
I guess I'm the principal sort of instigator
Sure.
of the music, the lyrics, and the way it's going to go in my head up to that point.
Sometimes we cover our own material, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess
That's been known to happen.
we
once
steal
or
from
twice.
ourselves, and I don't know if that's a crime or not, but
We simplify your ideas.
so what's wrong with 13-bar intros? You know?
So where do you come up, and this is kind of a cliched question, but where do you wake up one day and say, I'm going to write a song, and like, where does it all come from?
No, that is a good question, and the truth is, I don't know. No, I would listen to Bob Dylan interviews, and he'd say, I don't know what this song is about, I don't know where it came from, and I think, come on, man, like, come
There's
on.
got to be something behind it.
But it's the truth. You write the song, and then it becomes the song, and you play it. After a while, it's like, where did that come from? Sometimes after a while, you think, did I even write that?
Yeah.
They get sort of removed from it. Initial ideas, something somebody said, obviously something
Yeah.
going on in your life, but
The moment.
they're not topographical songs.
Right.
People that say, oh, did you really drive your way? No, they're not topographical.
Yeah.
They're just...
Well, I think every song has to come from somewhere, obviously.
They come from
It comes from
somewhere.
a thought.
The
but
other side.
It doesn't have to always be an effect of... I'm still trying to figure out what the hell Wooly Bully means. Like, but somebody wrote that and it came from somewhere. I don't know what it means.
Well, I think it's not probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say it's not always a conscious thought.
Right.
No, it's not. And you'll start down one road and you'll be writing, and you just can't make it go the way you really think it's going to go.
Right.
In the end, it ends up somewhere else. And you'll say, cool, I don't know how it got there. That wasn't my intention, but
Right.
it's going. So I always have this joke. I say, I just pull them back from the other side.
Yeah.
They're coming back from the other side somewhere. I really don't know.
Well, and too, like if you're writing a song and it's done and it's completed and it becomes, say, a big hit or well known, I could say, how did you do that? And you could tell me how you did it. But when you started it, you didn't have any idea how
I
you
can
were
tell
gonna
you
do
the
it, right?
formula, because there is a formula.
Is there?
There's a formula, yeah, there's a certain formula that works, and you can tweak with that a bit. If you tweak too far out of that box, you lose people.
Right.
It just gets, something isn't right about that. There's a formula that's verse, chorus, where, there's a certain, you follow that formula and you play with the chording, you play with the words, and
Right.
you see how it goes. Then when you add everybody in, you start rehearsing, it's like, what was that? Oh yeah, let's add that.
Right.
What do you-
Right.
Then it really becomes somewhere where I could never take it.
Right.
If I thought I'd play all the instruments, and it would never happen. It would
And
never-
that's, you made a point there that you lose people, and it's that is something that's got to get tougher and tougher. And I've recently interviewed some actors in movies. Movies and music has changed so much to be able to. Movies obviously because it's so visual, right? To try to keep an attention span, but music is.
Oh.
How has that changed over the years? And anybody, this is open to anybody here. How's that changed over the years to try to do that writing and keep that interest level?
Well, I can just start on that one because I got a thought there. What I call it's like the throwaway society is what it's become.
Yeah.
In those days where you could have a 15-minute intro to a song,
Yeah.
people are going to be sitting there, texting,
Waiting
their
for the
friend.
first word.
Right, so it's not my favorite formula, but you got to get in and get out. Get 3 or 4 bars, get the first line,
Yeah.
hook them into that line, get through, make that song move quick because they are not waiting around for it to come to them.
Right.
Right, and even nowadays 3 minutes. We're going back to probably like when the songs were 2 minutes long.
Well, when it was on a 45, you know, you only had so much time to put it
There was
on
a format, and the radio station dictated that.
Yeah.
They said, no stairway to heaven, whatever, unless we have to go to the bathroom. And that was okay.
Now, and it's got to be different too. I mean, when you're putting a CD together, trying to get that attention, of course, but you're going to be performing live, you really got to grab them right away. Right, because they're like, okay, we're gonna go see Soul Patch, and we're gonna sit there, and we're not up. Again, it's not a bar scene. We're not up dancing around. Well, I might be. I don't know. But anyway, you know, you're sitting in a formed theater atmosphere, and it's you got to grab my attention right away.
Live is very fluid.
Right.
I find very fluid. You have to read what's going on with the crowd. Sometimes if you got the crowd going a certain way, you can say, let's just. This mood's working.
Yeah.
Stretch it out, and I point to Craig and I say, go.
Yeah.
He just creates and creates and creates on the fly, right? Where other times you see, like if it's a First Friday event, people are coming and they're leaving. They're only there for, you got to just
for 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can't be playing, you know, great big long 20-minute versions of your song. So it's fluid.
There's no set list then.
Oh, never.
You just change it.
Or formula. Believe me. They change every time you play them.
Or arrangement.
What do you mean? It plays the same way all the time.
What's wrong with the first verse saying twice? I liked it that way. And, you know,
people have been getting away with it for years.
That's right. And who knows? Who else knows but us, right? They're just saying, that's cool. They decided to do that. They're not going to say, well, that's right, that's wrong. There's no right and wrong when it's original.
That's right.
I think.
That's right,
anyway.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, exciting to be. How did this all come about with Jim Chevalier and Scott Manery and the Barnburners? And I know Marianne down at Cheeky Monkey. She's so excited, and both her and Marianne and Roland down there, very
wonderful people,
super supporters of local music.
Love them. Great.
And I know that she's very excited about having this. But where did it all come from? Was it Cheeky Monkey? Was it you guys, or you just hang out one day and say, "Let's do this"?
Probably asked Dwayne that one.
Oh yeah,
knows more than me.
Good idea. I'll take this one.
Yeah. So anyway, we don't know these guys. So.
Just move that this way. It was. I have to give Marianne all the credit for really cheerleading this one through.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ron Lawton approached her and said, you know, you've had a lot of bands come through your venue, and what do you think would work? And she put a lineup together that I think is a great lineup.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, Jim's, I admire him like like a god from all the years of him creating. I could never reach that level to be able to be playing with him
Extremely
again.
talented.
Oh yeah, great guy. And Scott Manery, I go watch that. He's just like, wow, look at that guy's energy, right? But Marianne, she picked this kind of, to flow a certain way. Jim's going to come on, and then we're going to come in, and Scott's going to finish it. It was her baby. And I just said, yes, right on. We said, yeah. We just thought, like the theater, this is great.
Right on. So way to go, Cheeky Monkey, Marianne and Roland down there. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yes,
Right. Well, let's talk about that. Tickets, $12. Wow, that's pretty reasonable. 2 for $20, right?
Yeah.
I've been saying it.
Much better deal.
If you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, get a friend. And if you don't have a friend, get one.
Buy 2.
Buy 2 anyway.
Yeah.
Mail one to somebody.
Buy 10 or so. Just hang out into it.
And those are available down at Cheeky Monkey and Imperial Theatre.
Yeah, Marianne has a few, and you mostly have to go to the box office to get them.
344 show. I'll put that all up on the screen. ImperialTheatre.net. Watch this. We'll go like this.
Oh, this way.
Oh, this way? Yeah, this way. Let's talk about, you got a video, got a couple videos out. Share that. We're going to play one of the videos here from Soul Patch. Share that with us.
Anybody want to? All right, okay.
That's you.
You're the front man, that's what we said.
We forgot to add videographer to his resume.
Share the flag next time. Yes, we have a couple videos.
What are we going to see here?
Well, it's our most current one, and it's from our first song on our CD. It's called Never Be Your Fool. It captures some of the downtown.
Perfect.
You'll see when you watch it.
Right.
I think it's a pretty cool video.
Great.
And there's others, you can find them as well on our...
And do you guys have a website, or are you just doing the Facebook thing, or how do we find
we have
it?
both. Yeah, www.soulpatch.ca
Okay.
is our website, and then with Facebook,
of course.
we're on there. It's just Soul Patch that I find if you type Sarnia, and that narrows down because
Yeah.
there's Soul Patches all over the world.
Yeah. That's like Cheeky Monkeys. There's a lot of Cheeky Monkeys around
There's a
out
lot
there
of
too.
cheeky monkeys.
You guys want to add anything before we wrap up and go to this video? What's it called again, sorry?
Never Be Your Fool.
Never Be Your Fool.
Yeah.
And anything to add?
La.
Wayne did it all by himself, so
Yeah.
don't ask who was driving the car or holding the stuff. I know this is dangerous. Don't try
And
this
the
at home.
cameraman is laying on the hood of the car as well.
Yeah.
Duct tape
You're
on
wondering
the
how
head.
we got that shot.
All right. Let's go check this Soul Patch. Thank you so much for rearranging the furniture and allow us to be down here.
No
It's been a
problem.
lot of
Thanks,
fun.
Dave.
And looking forward to the performance on September the 28th.
28th.
Get your tickets. Right now, Never Be Your Fool with Soul Patch. Take a look at this, and then we'll go back to the studio.
She keeps the curtains drawn, never lets in the light. It just makes me cry, she said. I much prefer the night. When the spirit of man runs free and the vampires roam and the babies are fast asleep in the safety of their homes. Deep inside your heart, you hold hypocrisy dear. Words of truth unspoken, but the lies are all you hear. That's okay, just wear your mask that separates me from you. And you can be an unbeliever, but I won't be your fool. I will be your fool. I will be your fool. So sophisticated, cosmopolitan, a citizen of the world, a footprint in the sand. Yet you sleep in a box full of dirt, filled with apathy. And you claim that you've been around ever since Jesus Christ was king. I will be your fool. I will be your fool. Never be your fool. Never be your fool.
All right. Well, Soul Patch, thank you very much for taking the time to allow me to come down into your band cave. I sort of made them rearrange the room so we could fit everybody in, but we got everybody in there and we had a great time talking. Of course, always fun talking to these groups off camera as well. We had some good laughs in there. But great interview. Thank you so much, Soul Patch, along with Jim Chevalier and, of course, Scott Manery and the Barnburners. Coming up, September the 28th, that's a Friday, going to be down at the Imperial Theatre. Now, tickets for this are only $12 each. In fact, forget the $12 each. It's 2 for $20. You can get 2 for $20, or if you want to go by yourself, you can get 1. But $12 each or 2 for $20 is going to be a great event down there, and I'm sure it's going to be an incredible, phenomenal event. All very talented local musicians, sponsored in part also by Cheeky Monkey. And the band Soul Patch was very gracious enough to give me one of their CDs called Soul Patch, and they all took the time to autograph it for me. And in fact, that video that you just saw is the first track on here, Never Be Your Fool, and some great music. And of course, it's also available down at Cheeky Monkey. So, Soul Patch, once again, thank you for taking the time to talk to me here on the show. And don't forget, September the 28th, down at the Imperial Theatre. You can get tickets at the Imperial Theatre by calling 344-SHOW or going to imperialtheatre.net, or stop down at Cheeky Monkey to get your tickets. 2 for $20 or 1 for $12. And it's going to be a really great event. So, thank you once again, Soul Patch. And speaking of Cheeky Monkey, of course, this is available down at Cheeky Monkey, but there's lots of other things happening, and that means we got to do the Cheeky Monkey Weekend Update. So, here is your Cheeky Monkey Weekend Update. Take a look at this, and then I'll be back to wrap up the show.
Cheeky Monkey, the greatest TV store. Cheeky Monkey, movies and more. Cheeky Monkey, the greatest TV store in town. Cheeky Monkey, the greatest TV store in town.
All right, welcome back. There you have your Cheeky Monkey Weekend Update. And as always, a very special thank you to Marianne and Roland, the owners of Cheeky Monkey, for sponsoring and supporting the show. And not only that, supporting the local music scene here in Sarnia. They've got posters down there of all the special events that are happening. Of course, be sure to check out their website, cheekymonkeysarnia.ca. All right, now before I move on and wrap up the show with a couple special announcements, I just want to point out that the video you saw in between the two-part interview we just had with Soul Patch, the amazing CD, that was out in November of 2011. And there is 121 songs and 111 different artists, right from many local musicians like Whiskey Rain, Chemical Valley, Hello Bella's in there, C-Spot Run, Dan Hill, and many, many more. And you're really going to want to check this out. It's over 8 hours of music, and it's available by purchasing for only $10 by going to amazingcomp.ca. And all the funds from this go to the Canadian Cancer Society and, more importantly, the local Blue Water Health here in Sarnia. And there's a reason why we're showing that. Well, there's going to be some special guests that were performers on that CD that will be coming up here on the show. And I can't quite tell you yet. I really want to, but it's so close. But it's going to be huge. So keep watching the show for more details. And once again, to find that CD and check it out and purchase for $10 to support prostate cancer, you can go to amazingcomp.ca. And I also want to say a very special thank you to Kevin Thorne for sharing the videos with me and putting me in touch with some of the artists. And well, you're going to see how excited. I'm so excited. Okay, all right, okay, I'm going to be fine. All right, so check that out once again, amazingcomp.ca, and thank you, Kevin Thorne, for all your help in this. All right, well, time to wrap up the show, but before we go, I just want to remind you, coming up this Saturday at the Stubborn Mule, Floyd Factor is coming back, this incredible Pink Floyd tribute act, along with an incredible, phenomenal laser show. You're not going to want to miss this. So get down there and check out Floyd Factor this Saturday, September the 22nd, down at the Stubborn Mule. Also, coming up September the 22nd, a bit of a band change. PowerHouse returns to Lizard's Bar and Grill down on Exmouth Street. And PowerHouse, these young kids, I call them, but they are very, very well respected 80s rockers. PowerHouse, going to be down at Lizard's Bar and Grill this Saturday, September the 22nd. Stay tuned. We're going to have some more announcements coming up on next week's show, and keep watching me on Facebook And, of course, follow me on Twitter at davburrows and the website davidburrows.ws. And if you'd like to be on the show, send me an email to the show at davidburrows.ws. That's all the time I've got for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great week and an even better weekend. We'll see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.